Shroud of Turin? Yes. The question is the Shroud of Turin the real burial cloth of Jesus? I'm no expert on the Shroud of Turin, but I know somebody who is. His name is Gary Habermas. You had him here recently, didn't you? Did you ask him any questions about the Shroud? Gary wrote a book in the 80s called The Shroud. It's his bestseller ever since. And if you ask Gary today, he will say he's 80% sure it is. Because it's very hard to explain the evidence other than something supernatural, because they can't figure out how this image is on this cloth, which does appear to come from the 1st century Palestine. The dating that was done recently, several years ago, was actually dating from a patch from the fire. There was a fire in Turin, and they had to patch the shroud, and they took the sample from the patch, which was from like the 14 or 1500s rather than the other part of the shroud. And he said there's several things about the shroud that appear to be a genuine crucifixion. Like, for example, if you look at the hands on the shroud, the thumbs are not seen. If you had been crucified through your wrist, your nerves would have caused your thumbs to do this. There's also blood on the shroud. There's pollen on the shroud from Palestine. So he thinks it is the burial cloth. Now, I don't use that as an argument, because whether it is or isn't, it doesn't affect any of these other arguments, right? But it is an interesting artifact, or an interesting thing that has been brought to us from antiquity somewhere.